Hello, Herbert. Don't know if my phone is charged, Erpaderp. I do know that my phone is charged. I did it deliberately, because I knew I'd need it. Hey, Trekan, how you doing? Hey, Rick Slothboom, how are you doing? I hope you are all well. I neither lost nor damaged this jack that I made last time, which is a good start. And we do need to attach it to the model, though. It goes there somewhere. I don't think there's actually keying on this, but there is a pair of little brackets that should hold it in place. Or maybe that is keying. That seems to be the right spot. And if it's not, well, I don't know, I got nothing. I need J sprue to find the brackety doovers. Trekan is surprised. Good. Good. J13 and 14. I can find that. Right there. Very thin bits. Let's not break them. $13 goes forward. I don't know if it really makes a difference, but I should follow the instructions for some reason. Don't know why, but apparently it's what all the cool kids are doing. How is Herbert doing? Herbert is doing okay. Not too bad. It's not super hot today, so I've survived somehow. What's the difference in modeling between brackets and nubbins? Well, brackets are brackety, and nubbins are the scum of the earth. Maybe not quite. I would say the main difference is shape and usefulness. These need cleanup, which is not really appealing to me, considering how small they are, and they are differently shaped. I think, unless that's just crap that's not meant to be there. Very... very small and thin and difficult to hold without destroying.
That's what she said.
That is what she said. Get rid of this mold line as best I can. Fuck you. Okay. Now, how do we do? The parts don't look different on the instructions, but they are different in person. But it shouldn't be too much of a problem. I can figure it out. I've got portions of brain. Just need to figure out if that is going to interfere with the butt plate, which hasn't been instructed to be installed yet. So, doesn't look like it should interfere with anything. Or maybe it actually sits there. That doesn't actually look to be the case. I'll just do whatever. If they are hard to tell apart, we may need model kit Sherlock Holmes. Elementary, dear Herbert. And just to... it might not actually make things easier. There is a crowbar or something that goes there. That should probably go on before the jack. It's on the D sprue. The D. Ha 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 ha. Guess I'll clean that up. And the sprue gates are not on the mounting clip doodads, whatever they are, which is a bit unusual. Would have been nicer if they were. Would have been slightly easier to clean up instead of the round part of the bar. And that goes with the jimmying end forwards. I don't know if it's technically called the jimmying end, but it's the end I would use to jimmy things with. You also watched the What's in the Box video and was totally surprised when you said you bought it because of its odd shape. Yeah, really surprised. I do weird things sometimes. Catches everybody off guard. Okay, there should be itty bitty mounting holes. And there are. I just can't roll the part over to sit on them. Let's see if this camera is set up as it should be. Nope. I have the wrong camera on at the front-facing camera so I could look at the screen on my air conditioner without standing on a chair to get up there and look. That's looking adequate. That seems right. And we send in the final glue to make it stay there. This thing comes alongside, goes around that way. And I think that's it. I think sometimes. I think this part goes around that way. If I could hold it. No, not rest it on the jack. I just drop that into the hole. Ah, piss. Why will you not stay there, crowbar? Did I do something to upset you? Yes. I dared to try and install the jack next to it. That's what I did. I don't know if that's meant to sit along that line on the jack. It's very springy. Good thing it landed on my shirt and not the floor. Feckin' piss shits. Maybe it's not meant to go there. That's too wide for it. It doesn't sit right anywhere else. Maybe that's where it sits. Looking at the painting guide might help. Maybe the jack is just so jacked that there's no space for the crowbar. Well, they don't go together, they go next to each other. Has there been a Rubicon kit that fought back? I don't know. Probably not. Carpet Monster hates shirt landings. I don't care what the Carpet Monster hates. Carpet Monster can eat ass. And of course, it's pretty difficult to see the jack, how it goes together in the side view, but it does seem like I was trying to put the clamp bit a bit too far forward or back, depending on your perspective. Now the trick is probably to glue this in place first. And then try to get the thingies onto it. Somewhat like that. Make sure I'm getting that around the right way. Tweezers might be an option. That's probably as close to correct as I'm getting that. Nobody will look too close at the jack and its mountings, surely. They would never look there and count the rivets. Who would do that? Yes. That ought to hold the little SOB. Very jack. At least now it shouldn't get lost. Is it the real Herbert? Nope. This is the fake AI Herbert. Beep boop. Whir. Give me all your money. Ding ding ding. I don't know how to be an AI. I mean, I'm an expert on being an AI. Now, more detaily bits. All of which seem to be on the D sprue. Go. You can go up there. Make sure the lid is on our praising liquid. Otherwise the glue god will get mad. He will get irate if a drop of glue is wasted. 17, which will go underneath 18. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get this finished tonight, but I would like to. I'm going to try. But if not, maybe an extra stream tomorrow night. D53. Right here. Right where you would expect to find it. Is it done, Jet? Who is Jet? Are you asking the band Jet? Or did you make a spelling mistake? It's not done yet. The Panzer IV/70A got a real boxy shape you might find interesting. I might. Does it look silly? Is that why I might find it interesting? Is it done yet? Yet! Yes. I lied. It's not. We all know, silly, you can't rush perfection, nor can you rush mediocrity, or even awfulness. Yeah, it looks silly. Like a 5-year-old boy has designed it. Awesome. I'll need to check that out. Is it available in model form? Do you know? I mean, I shouldn't be buying more models. But I have saved like $140 by not going to see NoFX tonight. So that should go right to my PC saving fund. But it could go towards buying necessary new models. I got a problem. I'm assuming this is the engine starting crank, but it looks more like a bit of, like, plumbing. Attack on Tiger Box will be coming mid-February, but you went to the doctor because of your car crash, and the doctor says you can start when I get start web February. Just don't. Just build models. Don't be cranky. I'll be as cranky as I bloody well want. I'm not sorry. Okay. Missing anything? Looks like the crank goes over this vent. That is what she said. That goes... very small mounting doovers. That's simple enough. That work is what pays for the models. Just become a international criminal. You'll make all the money you need. Maybe I'm not very good at giving advice. Probably don't listen to any advice from me. I'll lead you astray even if I don't mean to. Okay, this... we'll need this. Become an international man of mystery. Can't tell if this has a particular way up it should go, so we'll just stick it in there. That's what she said. I'm guessing that can be just glued while it's on the model. I think it goes like that over the hinge. Doesn't look right. Maybe it actually goes further back. That's the way. Almost made a mistake. That actually looks quite good. And then we'll add the the crank. For when we get cranky, we can go out and crank it. That's not what crank it means, Herbert. We'll give you some glue to stay there. And you'll stay there. You'll be happy to do so. Okay, these go facing the other way to each other. Thusly. Probably not a bad idea to put some glue first. My thoughts so far, this is a pretty good kit. I haven't really had any issues with it. But, the tracks are a bit fiddly. And I did get them a little bit wonky, so you should pay more attention to them than I did. Whoops. Where does this mount? Somewhere over here. In these holes. One guide pin is bigger than the other, which tells us which way around they should go. Very thoughtful. What I like about this kit is the minimal photo etch. It's very nicely detailed and hasn't really needed a lot of cleanup. The fit is a little bit poor along here, but we've got the shirts and on the sides that'll cover it up. So it's good. Crank it! That sounds like it could be a cereal or something. Posted a picture of a Panzer 470A on Discord. I will use my visual receptors to look at it. Ah, I've seen that before. That is kind of ugly. In like a interesting and cool way. I'm pretty sure I've seen pictures of those captured by the Soviets. Painted in like Soviet colors. Or it could have been something different but similar. Okay, now we've got step 11 completed. We need to choose a muzzle brake. Ah, which one? They all look so similar. Also, I don't especially care which muzzle brake I use. That makes decisions harder if you don't care. We'll need the E-sprue though, which I don't think I've got out of the box. Got the J-sprue. And I had another sprue. Well, this says E on it, so this has to be the one we want. Also got the main barrel. I'll cut that out too. I guess the Red Army painted captured German vehicles in bright pink. Well, I mean, that would be the cool thing to do. That's what I would do. The instruction says it wants this in the next step also. Wait, there's two. I did clip the correct gun out. No need to panic. I've no idea how much it actually matters which muzzle brake we use. So, I go for the one in the middle of the diagram. Somebody on the internet's gonna crap their pants about it when I do the build video. They'll be all like, oh my god, I can't believe you used that muzzle brake. Disgusting, isn't it? Okay, that's all the bits we need. I'll just precariously pile my sprues up on the keyboard and then be confused when there's an avalanche. Why did this happen to me? Okay, this needs a bit of a neatening. If the muzzle brake doesn't turn out looking good, we can just cover it in mud. Clumsy Hans drove the thing into a ditch. This nubbin looks like it's meant to be there, so I won't scrape it off. Though I cannot see the nubbin on the instructions. It has to be intentional, because there's keying. Ugh. Holding on to bits is difficult. There's a couple of bumps there, but they're so tiny that I don't think they're going to be very good as keying, but I think that's what they're meant to be. Also, I'm very glad that I switched my blade on my knife earlier. Nice and sharp. Exactly what you want. That ought to do. Now we've got all the bits to make a mighty muzzle brake. So fuck you, little nubbin keying. Yep. It is epic music for a muzzle brake. Most of the music I have on my streams is overly epic for any one thing that I could be doing. I wonder if it's a better idea to attach this to the gun barrel first. That gives us more to hold on to. It means I'll have to clean that up. A nice metal gun barrel would have been good for this kit. And you probably could buy one, but I didn't want to look for it and pay for it and wait for it to arrive. Because I've only just thought of it now. Which way around is up? Gonna assume if I look at the pictures, it might show me which way is up. If I look closer, maybe it will show me which way is up. Seems the flat part of the king upward. So I'll try to make, I don't know, the mold lines are on the sides, if that is the case, which doesn't help. I prefer it when the mold line is on top and bottom. That way we can, you know, put more work into the top to make it look as best as we can, and just a little bit on the bottom. Saves a couple of seconds of work. Up is when it's not down. I mean, yeah, if we're being logical. Get my little sanding thing. Doesn't really need it that much, but why not? Let's just drop that. One gun. Not quite ready. There's a little bit of a gap there. If I press down on it, that eliminates it. Not too hard, because I feel like that could easily break. We don't want to break our muzzle brake. Ah, ah, ah. does this go? Not like that. Like that. Doesn't seem to want to go on. Doesn't seem to want to go like it wants to go on because you're doing it wrong, Herbert. That's why. That ought to do it. And then maybe these little nubbins will help. I don't know. That looks like a muzzle brake. I don't know how well you can see it on the overhead. It's not very focused. I'm not going to play with the focus. That's quite muzzle brakey. Would expel gases out to the sides and, you know, belch. It goes in like that. The gun shouldn't really be moving like that. I could break off the periscope, but, you know, that's how it do be. We need, before we actually put that on, we need the mantlet and to clean this up. And another set of rods for the rear wall. Nice muzzle brake. If you ask me, it's worth 5 kilos of sauerkraut. I will take my 5 kilos of sauerkraut in 1 kilo buckets, please. I think this is what I want. No, D. D13. It's thin and breakable. I won't break it though. Actually, the plastic in this kit isn't too brittle, so it does sort of flex a bit when you've got the thin bits, which is nice. Your sauerkraut has arrived. Unfortunately, Barnaby accepted the packages for you, so good luck finding which boxes your sauerkraut is in. Man. No, it's okay. I didn't want any sauerkraut anyway. Does that work? Does that make him put them in boxes I can find it? It is nice of Barnaby to drive like an hour over to my place to receive the sauerkraut for me, though. Need to support your independent woman. I can do it myself. 2 minutes later, honey, could you help me out? Well, that'll learn you. Get this little bit here. Get out of here, Nobbin. And there's... I thought this would sit on the back of the wall, but I guess it doesn't. That's what I get for guessing, I suppose. Foolish thing to do. That looks weird. Also, it doesn't seem to sit how I think it should. Because there's stuff on the bottom of this. Okay, I think that's all. Nope. I completely forgot about the thing. Mantlet. Which is on the e-sprue. Apparently. Do I have the e-sprue? Yes, but I don't see any mantlets on it. Could be that it was a part that came off the sprue or was never on the sprue. That looks like it. I don't think there was actually any other mantlets. Certainly not on the e-sprue. Nine. Well, maybe you don't have to care about the sauerkraut. How often do you look in your old remote controls box? I didn't even know I had one. So I guess never. Okay. There's mold lines around here, but are they part of the casting? I don't think so. That nubbin isn't anyway. I just blew the gun away. That looks all right. Hey, Stonewall, how you doing? Quite mantlety, if you ask me. Nobody did, Herbert. Well, I'm gonna give my opinions anyway. Okay, I guess. Oh, there's another little duva that I've missed. An antenna mount, I think. Do not go flying. Thank you. Okay. How do we do this? With magic. I assume that goes into the square recess. If I can actually get it there with my fat fingers. I'm doing all right. All right. Starting to feel like maybe I won't get this finished tonight, so I might do another stream tomorrow. But that's not a bad thing. Doesn't necessarily need to be finished right away, but I want to video some other things on the Spinny Boy, and it would be nice to be able to do multiple models at once. Looks good.
Damn,
Here.
son, where'd you find this?
Damn, son. Have some more glue. Don't know if that really matters which way up it goes. But the guide knobs are not centered, so something like that, I would say. Fine and dandy. More working on the model, Herb. Less socialness. Yeah, you're probably right. Being social is for idiots. I'll never do it again. Well, that didn't work as I wanted it. Just go in the hole. Are you too good for your hole? Apparently, yes. Now we can put the gun in. I should probably put some glue in there to stop it moving about. I will do that. And the glue god will smile. Which way we're going? I think that way. I may have made an error. Feck. See, what we want, I think, is to be able to slide the gun in through here. But there's a muzzle brake in the way. Who did this? 40 mistakes. What a fool. The question is now, have I left it too long to just... Nope. Haha, fuck you, Bond. I am more powerful than you. Okay, I'll bring that back and continue videoing. It's almost like I didn't make any mistakes at all. But ha ha ha! Child Erpaderp strikes again. Now it's difficult to put on. That ought to hold a little SOB. I think that'll hold it together. I didn't put any glue on the inside for the king of the gun. That'll hold it though. Right where we want it. Fuck you, Bond, I'm more powerful than you. Is that it's hidden by the heart icon. Fucking YouTube. Blowfield? I don't know who that is. But why not? I know I missed a mistake. I missed mistake 40, but that's the best mistake. You'll find 69 will be the best mistake, I'm assuming. Surely it won't take long to get to mistake 69 from 40. Now I can turn the page in the instructions. Or can I? There's this... Actually, no, I guess that's an option. I was gonna say, there's this part, which doesn't seem to have any purpose there, but it is, seems to be an option. Nothing to worry about. Calm your farm. How is 69 a mistake, though? It's not that 69 is a mistake, it's the mistake number 69. Okay, we don't need to worry about this step. This is the one we want, which involves an axe. Spare road wheels, which I have not lost. Somehow. And the rear plate. And we've got to join the whole top to the lower part as well. Don't let me forget that. Ah, I haven't seen any Bond films for about 1 billion years. If you build a tank kit with separate track links in 70-second scale, we'll get to mistake 69 very soon. I'm not going to, though. Probably. What if it contains shit? That would be messy and stinky. I just won't do that. I don't usually use literal shit in my models, and I don't intend to start, but by the time we get to mistake 69, you don't know, I might. Need the axe for chopping. Please to not go flying. One day I'll learn how to hold on to things. Not today, but one day in the distant future. That looks like the wooden handle sticking out of the top of the axe. That can stay. That looks neat enough, and therefore it probably is. Guess we'll stick that on before too much extra crap. You got to put it on the right way up, otherwise people will get upset at you. Actually kind of difficult to see if I'm getting it in the right place. Does that keying do anything? It looks like there's a bit of a knob in there too. Why are you so difficult? ass. There's got to be something stopping this from sitting on the hull properly. Is it these bits on the inside? I don't know, but we're gonna give them a bit of a clip just to teach them a lesson. No good punks. That might help. I hope. Yeah, no mercy to everybody who stands in our way to a nice tank butt. That's one of the most important things in the world. That's helped a little bit, at least on the right side.
But. But.
Why? This probably would have been a bit easier to resolve before putting the whole parts together. What a fool I was to rebel against the instructions. It's not going to stop me doing it again. Trying to be careful not to destroy detail I've already put on too, which makes it tricky. Tricky. It may well be that jack. I don't think so. It's probably that. Let's go even more ham with the cutting and clipping. If anybody looks in there, they'll probably see that it doesn't quite fit right, but what are they going to do? That's better. Maybe I don't need to worry about it too much because there will be the armor panel that comes down there. That's what I am going to say. Told you so. Nope, nobody told me so. This tank would be helpful on your ranch. 1, for killing chickens. 2, shooting fertilizing holes in the ground. That's exactly how it works on a ranch. Everybody knows that. You did last time, but I've got to learn to make my own mistakes. I've only made 40 of them, apparently, in my entire life. Just looking at a thing quickly. Hunting emus. There's no emus on our ranch. They wouldn't dare approach our ranch. Okay. This is going to work perfectly. Somehow. Hunting in Pal World right now. So, does that count too? Yes. Everybody seems to be playing that. Maybe I should too. Alright. Glue time. Make sure there's plenty of glue. Everybody likes extra glue. There is a space along there, but I think that's meant to be there. But. I think that'll do. That is definitely not in focus. Look at the butt! Whoa. Oh yeah, there was an axe too, wasn't there? Which I didn't lose. Okay, for this configuration, the axe goes here somewhere. I don't know where the end of the handle ends. Nor do I know if that's actually the correct place. But it seems to fit. Sorta. ass piss. I've got to be doing it wrong. Otherwise it would sit perfectly in a spot. I don't fucking know. That looks probably right. For the most part. That's what she said. I'm axing myself what an axe is good for. Not in focus, that is so professional. Well, I mean, I moved it so it was in focus. Not for the overhead, but for the video camera. Piss! Why can't you just leave it alone, Herbert? I think that's fine. Nobody's gonna look at the axe anyway. Spare wheels, which I've got one of. And two of. Definitely did not lose them. Trekan died by axing himself. Don't do that. Okay. MB7. I don't have the MB sprue out. That's MC. Hammer. One. Two MB sprues. MB stands for Mr. Butt. Do not axe too much of yourself. Okay, I'll just give that little bit of the old snip. I don't think I need to clean that up. It won't be visible. Will, however, be visible on the sides here. Now, how do these... I may have made a mistake. I don't see the mounting things for these. That is annoying. And probably just sit them on there. Did I miss a drill? I don't think I missed a drilling instruction. Hey, Karu? I don't know how to read your name properly. Hey, how you doing? 41? Yep, 41. No! No, not yet. It looks like the part should just have space for these in it by default. Could I have used the wrong part? I very well may have used the wrong part. Feck. Is it too late to pull that off? Mistake 41. Fine. This is what you get for not reading the instructions thoroughly, Herbert, you stupid shit. This is the one we needed. And it does have... It doesn't actually have holes for the things, but it does have these slots here for some reason. Maybe I don't need to replace it. They do look very similar. Always that moment of, is it too late to pull that off? I mean, it will make it look a bit worse if I do pull it off. There is very little difference in these parts. So little difference that I'm not going to bother pulling the other one off. I will, however, video this and blither about it. No, that's not what we want. Could be a lot worse. Mistake. So little difference you'd only noticed if you looked at the instructions. Yep. I can't quite figure out what those little slots in it are for. I don't think they're actually for the wheel mounts. Oh no, actually, there are 3 rear plates. This is the one I was meant to use. It's got little indents on the top there. Man, what a ding-dong. You can't really see past that sprue, but whatever. This is also identical, except for the little indents for the wheel thing, so as far as mistakes go, it's not really the worst one I could have made. Almost got 42 right after. That would have been a horrible mistake to pull the first one off, only to put an incorrect second one on, then have to do a third one. I don't know if it's even really worth... What I was thinking of doing is cutting this off and using the little nubbins to etch a mark to guide the where the wheel things should go. Why is this more difficult than I thought it would be? Yeah, it's not really going to be visible, but it will help figure out where these should sit. Old Herbert needs all the help he can get. I don't know if there's like a specific way these should sit. Probably all the way into the center of the wheel. Just drill a pin and pinpoint and use a lot of glue. I don't want to. How many rear plates does one need? 3, apparently. Maybe putting glue on this first would probably work better. They included an instruction for Herbert only. I mean, didn't read it. Hey kids, pay attention to the instructions. Don't do what Herbert does. Feck. And I made sure to put these around the right way. So no more stupid mistakes. I wouldn't get too excited is the wrong word. I wouldn't be too certain of that. Kids aren't all right. Kids are terrible. Ugh. Okay, so I think... Let me look at the pictures. I think the way these are, because there wasn't a hole for this to go into, there's a hole to guide that little nubbin, which sits like on the edge like that. Somewhat. So I think if I removed a bit of the nubbin, it should go on reasonably well. What are instructions? Who can say? Not me. I've just got these little pictures that I keep looking at for some reason. They must mean something. Smart mistakes only from now on. I'll just claim that it was an intentional mistake to demonstrate both how you can overcome mistakes and what not to do. I'm performing a service. You can tell yourself that all you like, Herbert. Doesn't make it true. Okay. Bit of glue to hold the wheel. And you can, in fact, sort of see my scratchings, but I'm sure that's fine. I can't see my scratching. Feckin' Aussie punk glue evaporating on me like that. Just because I spent 50 hours trying to locate the part. You can't see what you don't want to see. But I did want to see the scratchings. We call this scratchings, fighting scrap points. Yeah. It's where, somebody was trying to pull the wheels off the back of the hull. Criminal scumbags. That hasn't turned out too badly for the horrendous mistakes I made. If you didn't tell anybody, they probably would never know. It is a little bit, in fairness, it is a little confusing, because it doesn't say, like, it does have that question mark there, but, like, it's not, doesn't say option 1, option 2. You have to be a little bit smarter than I am to figure it out without paying attention. And I'm just noticing there's shovels in the pictures here. There isn't a shovel on here. Somebody's forgotten something. Or the instructions never said to put it on. I'm pretty sure the instructions just didn't say to put a shovel on. Because there's no shovel in any of these instructions, nor here, but it appears in this picture here. For once, the mistake isn't Herbert's. Woo! Hypothetically, suppose I have stabbed myself with a putty knife. That's what you use to remove 3D prints from the build plate. Suppose, hypothetically, that I just take off my plaster and see a piece of blue glove in the wound. Should I take it out even though it's stuck to the wound? Hypothetical. Purely hypothetical. I'd probably remove the plastic. Or rubber or whatever the glove is made of. Probably. You probably don't want that to heal inside you, I guess. I'm no doctor, though! Magic shovel. Magic shovel. Through the mountains. Now I will look at the picture that shows the shovel. and just sort of eyeball my own shovel into place, assuming there is one on the sprue. And with no shovel installation instruction, I don't know which sprue it's on. Oh, yeah, I found it. But it's broken. Is that the only shovel? Doesn't look like that shovel. Here's a different shovel. I wonder if there's any other tools on there that I just haven't really noticed. Glue it in the sprue and take it off tomorrow. Well, I don't need to. There's a different, more like what's in the picture looking shovel, which is intact. Otherwise, gluing it in the sprue is a good way to fix things. You needn't even really leave it till tomorrow, because plastic cement takes not too long to bond. That's probably neat enough. Don't call the shovel police if it's not. Okay, we got the axe. Got a crowbar. Clippers. Are they called clippers, Herbert? No. Wire cutters. Those bars. It looks like we've got all of the tools, other than stuff that the instructions haven't told me to put on yet. There isn't that much. So this shovel goes on here somewhere. I can see there's a little line with a hole in it there. But the other end is it sits a bit too high. Man. It's smoked too many drugs. But I think that's how it's meant to work. Excuse me. Press record or you will not capture any video, Herbert. Rather shovel. I think you will agree. It's starting to look almost complete. Almost. It is, however, late, and feeble old Herbert is getting tired. So, I'm gonna do another stream tomorrow night to finish this off. Shouldn't take too long. All we've got to do is add a couple more tools and the brackety doodads for the shirts and like some headlamps and stuff like that. Shouldn't be too hard. Tune in tomorrow night when Herbert discovers that it's horrendously difficult and blows a gasket and passes away. That sounds like a, that sounds like a good way to spend an evening watching. I'm going to do a small raid at someone. How about we go and say hi to Thorlar? He is a good egg. See you till mistake 43. Oh man, I don't want to make mistake 43. I will, but I don't wanna. Thorlar is playing Lethal Company. He is a good egg. He is one of my favorite streamers. So go say hi. I'll be back tomorrow night. I'll probably be back in the morning for either Farm Sim or Railroader. I haven't decided yet, and if I sleep through it, I just won't be here. That's the way it works. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you next time.